So I'm gonna show you how to float ceilings. So this is what you want to do in especially when you're building caves and shit. So I'm gonna pillar up a little bit. I got the ceiling. You see I can build out with that foundation. I can't go anymore. Place one there. Oh, hold on, that bothers me that I placed it like that next to the pillar. Alright. If you can continue to build out like that. See, but if I break the foundation down there, it breaks because it's snapped to that foundation. You can do this to go as wide and as long as you want. Or show you go out longer. You can also do this, go up higher and do this. Do multiple floors like this. I'll just show you, go out more. Then, if you see if I break them down here, it breaks those. Here, I'll show you that you can go higher and wider and shit. Alright, now that I got that built, I'll show you. Something else I found out, well, I actually didn't realize while doing this, while testing, right? So if you break that, you see, because the foundation's there, those corners at the end are not supposed to be there. I'll show you. I'm about to break it right here, this one. That, it's kind of broken. So that stays there when you do that, what I just did. I actually didn't know that before. If you take that off, it still stays, but it's only like that with those corners. Alright, so this is how you can place ceilings on top of foundations. It's like, in case you're trying to place the sloped, or the triangle ceilings like this, you can't place it on the foundation. Which I use this in my video, so I pick that up. I put that down, you place the foundation under, and you can place that, and you can snap it all around that foundation. You can remove the back foundation there that we snap the ceiling onto, and it still stays. You just have to have at least one foundation connected to the ceiling. You can snap it all around, but don't pick up the ceiling or demo it or whatever. It'll demo what's on top. See, I can demo this foundation, it stays. I can build more on the back with the triangle ceiling. It's all around. Yeah, that's how you do that. Okay, so there's two ways that you can build on uneven ground. One way is if you start above, right? So if you're going downhill, see, I can't snap pillars or anything like that down just by doing that. I can't do the foundation thing. If you go uphill, use pillars when you're going up. But I recommend the pillars are not the best because if you're working with a structural limit, it's not as, which I normally have to do. So I normally work with it. Pillars will fuck with the structural limit. People can hide under the pillars. What I normally do is I do triangle foundations because it's also cheaper, and you can just build right on top of them with the ceilings, kind of like what I did with the foundation, but you can just build right on and make it square. And so I have that. Now it's going over, and then I just take a pillar down. Right there, you'll see that later on, but the triangle foundation have more snap points on the pillars, so it's better. And you see I can just float it like that. That's how I build caves. You can also lower it right onto the triangle foundations too. But anytime I build, I normally use triangle foundations in any base. I recommend it too, especially in caves like Carno. Okay, this is to show you that you can clip large walls into places where walls can't go because of how the hitbox is. And it's another thing with the S+ structures that they added, especially the ones that were added to console too, and just the genuine ones on PC. They're kind of OP. So you see, because like you can only place the large walls where like only the bottom wall needs to be able to be placed, not all 4 walls. So look here, right? I can't place that wall, right? So I couldn't place it. So if I pick up that wall, right? See, I can't place it there. If I pick up this wall, I can just place the large wall there, because I only need the bottom wall. Only the bottom wall needs to be placeable in order to place the large wall. Alright, so I can't place that, and I can put the large wall down. It's pretty nice. It makes it look nicer. I like it. Okay, so you can drop vaults on pretty much anything. You know, like you can drop them into transmitters and indie forges, into other vaults to save space. Here I'm just going to show you how you can float them, which is really cool. Well, because Daddy boxes float, so if you build Daddy boxes down, and if you build, it doesn't matter how high up or anything. You know, it doesn't need to be floating either. But this is how you would do it, right? You can probably build a base with just the floor of Daddy boxes in this. You can drop the vault on the Daddy boxes, and it drops on. And even if you remove the shit down here, it stays up. That's pretty cool. You can drop vaults on about anything though. This one isn't just for gates, you know, it's for like, you know, just a lot of things. Like you can use them that'll let you to help you like with placement, to make it more exact. So like if I'm building a base, you know, and I'm trying to build it, I'm building like a wall, or whatever the fuck I'm putting when I put the fucking dino gate in, I'd use fence foundations to align them more. I mean, I actually did it pretty nicely there, but sometimes they can be a bit of a bitch. Oops, I didn't mean to pull that out. Yeah, so you just snap that, and you just snap that right on, and it fits perfectly. You can put the ceilings on top. This one kind of builds onto the uneven like ground one, but when you build, you want to try and lower your foundations. Like especially when you're building a really big base, or like a really big area in a really big area, it's good to lower it because it may not be exactly flat. So if you start on like a higher point, right? If I don't lower it here, right, I can't really build that far out. Now, but then if I build it like if I start there and then I put down the pillar, I pick that up and I lower it. I'm going to lower it as much as I can, get as close to the ground before it will no longer place. So still place there. I think that's as low as it'll go. Yeah, okay, so that's as low as it'll go. But look, I can place, fuck, this wasn't a good example, they're not the same distance. I did this better before, but I accidentally didn't get over here. I accidentally didn't record it. See, I did it better here. That's kind of how the idea is, but I fucked up on the slope. Talked about this one briefly, but triangle foundations have more snap points to pillars. You see I can't snap a normal foundation there, right? So I can't snap it at all, even if I build it too high, but if I do it, a triangle foundation, I can snap it there and up higher. Just like the walls, they're broken. You know, you can snap more snap points and shit, they're better. Okay, so this is how you can remove the gate frames from dino gates and beehives. This works with anything, wood, stone, metal, and tech. I'm just going to show you how to do it with metal, and then I'll also show you that it works with tech. I'll show you that I actually did it with tech. So you just do this, right? You have it so it's out. You can remove the foundations after. I forgot to. You put that down, put the gate down, and then you pick up or demolish that foundation, right? It has to be 2 out so that it's like barely, it's like on the verge of not being able to be supported by the foundation. And then so I can like open it and stuff. You can remove the foundations. I didn't because I just stretched it out. I'm gonna show you how to do it. Now with the BE, it's just the same thing but longer. And just have one ceiling connecting all of that out there, so you can it'll destroy all at once. I'm gonna go out farther because I'm gonna end up doing this with tack after, but I'll cut it. I did this one on PS4 rather than the rest I did on PC though, because I thought as I was editing it, I was too lazy to open it up on PC because I already had it open on PS4. So place it there. Break that, and it's there. You can open it and stuff. You know, you can add pin codes, unlock it, all that stuff. Here's the dyno gates. You can, or the beat stuff. You can use all the settings and stuff. It works.